I'm Anne Williams. I'm the Integrated Care Manager with Healthwise. I'm part of the management team of the Recover, Adapt, Connect program. It's been an absolute privilege for Healthwise to be involved in this program. The funding has come from the Black Summer Bushfire Recovery Grant, which is now under the management of the National Emergency Management Authority. They've been terrific to work with. We'd love to do more work with them in the future and really want to thank them for the funding and ability to tailor this program to meet the needs of the communities we serve.
I'm the team leader for the Recover, Adapt, Connect program, and I support staff across the 16 local government areas in New South Wales and Queensland. I think what RAC did really well is that we employed local staff. The staff were really well known in their communities and they knew their communities. We were then able to deliver services that were very unique to those particular areas. And as a result of that, I think we've made a big impact in developing people's skill and resilience around preparing for disasters.
I've really enjoyed the backpack program. It came off the back of the book pack program. Each of the primary schools and preschools were sent a book pack early in 2023. The books were around disasters and what to do in an emergency.
The backpack program, I take them into primary schools for kindergarten to year 6. It's focused around the actual backpack itself. What would they pack in the case of any emergency?
The program was to make preschoolers aware all of the things that they feel when they're scared, that that's all normal and that there are little things that they can prepare and get ready for themselves.
We look at emergency planning. Have they done the emergency planning? Is it something they might like to do with their families? Their mindfulness and their resilience as well.
Research has shown that the more you involve children in those major events, the better their recovery rates are to getting their bodies back to normal or ground zero again.
Probably my biggest impact I've been able to have is being able to go out to the Moore community in the Somerset region. It's a rural community and a lot of the time they feel lost and forgotten. We first went out and did a high tea and that was a conversation around gratitude and self-care. We've gone out and done 2 workshops, staying calm and being well. I feel that the RAC team have been able to remove the stigma around mental health. It's just a beautiful community where everyone comes together. It's opening up the conversation around mental health.
One of the organisations that I was working with was the Melpa PNG Women's Group. We started our connections there with an International Women's Day event with 130 women that came along, which was incredible. It gives me goosebumps thinking about, and I just have this image in my mind of them dancing their cultural dance they had taught their children for the first time, and just crowds of people crying because it was the first sign of their culture that they've seen since they've been here in Australia. And it had a really big impact on me to feel that this community had connected and accepted me and had conversations about what their needs were was really humbling.
Another project that we've had is Lasting Letters, a pen pal program in Coralbin, Beaudesert and Boonah. Seniors would get together, get an art class, a disaster preparedness presentation, a health presentation, and then afterwards write a letter inviting seniors in social isolation to join and get connected. One of the seniors went on an overseas trip. She got caught in a cyclone. She said, "Thank you so much, Healthwise. I was prepared. I had my power pack, so my phone was charged. I had my Healthwise list of disaster preparedness food, my apps on my phone, and we survived 3 days very comfortably, not so anxious as the rest of the people around us."
A lot of the work done in communities was based on need. I think it was really valuable and rewarding to see everyone picking up that need as well as being able to do things that they're passionate about. Food security is a bit of a passion project of mine. Food security is a massive consequence of climate change and natural disasters, so to see that being done across the footprint has been really rewarding, I think. There was a few workshops generated by dietetic students which we changed a little bit to adapt to our communities and what their needs were and the things that they were telling us. So there was content on healthy eating habits on a budget for people who are a little bit more food insecure, or everyone is feeling the pinch of the cost of living. So I think it benefits everyone. Healthwise also got approved to pilot the OzHarvest Nest program, which is nutrition education skills training. So we've been piloting that in Walker, and then there's planning in the works across other parts of New South Wales and up in Gales in Queensland.
In the Tingha area, we've been doing programs that has helped create a better connection and ability for people to access the services that they've been needing for a long time. We had presenters that talked about women's health and made them more aware that they are really important, and if they don't look after themselves, then how can they look after other people?
I've worked with Scenic Room Council. They helped us identify smaller communities where they have a school or community hall that would also be a place of refuge if there is a disaster and they cannot get out to bigger areas. We've got defibrillators for those little town halls, and then had emergency first aid training and training how to use a defibrillator. I got an email back from one of the communities saying, "Thank you so much, Healthwise. We actually used the defibrillator, somebody needed it and saved a life." So that was great.
I've been really proud of the communities in the way that they're able to come together after an event and support each other. We know that social connections are such a big part of that recovery process, and I have really loved that RAC has offered opportunities for people to come together, connect, and I suppose make those friendships that may not have been there before.
I just hope this work continues. There is so much work to still be done.
It takes a while to engage and become known and be trusted in small communities. Given that we're seeing natural disasters more frequently, I think there just needs to be a recognition that this unfortunately is our way of working now, and that we need to support communities through this on a continuous basis.
And I'm proud of everything that I've done in my role.
So I'd like to think, after this is all said and done, someone can talk about that lady that always raved on about self-care and gratitude.
The thing I'm most proud of is that we've been able to listen and respond to what they need. Communities, particularly small rural communities, know what they need, and often programs are too structured to enable that to happen, but I think we've been able to tailor our responses to meet those needs.
For me personally, it was such a privilege to be part of this wonderful team. It's not just the work that we do, but it's the people that we work with. The whole atmosphere of the RAC team was just so wonderful. It's great to be able to have a job where you can help other people and then have so much help around you to do that. That was just a privilege.